ilman muuta ja kaikkien niiden puolesta, jotka löivät vetoa jo alkukaudesta maaliskuussa siitä, että Villeneuve on tämän kauden maailmanmestari. Se oli itsestään selvää oikeastaan maaliskuussa monienkin mielestä, mutta sittemmin tapahtui herpaantumista puolivälissä kauden ja Williams-tallin tuotekehittelyssä tapahtui taantumusta. Sen sijaan muut menivät rajusti eteenpäin ja loppukirivaihe oli se, johon nyt sitten tämä huipentui täällä Heresin radalla. Kaikki meni hyvin Williams-tallin kannalta, sekä henkilökohtainen että merkkimestaruus tuli heille. Näin laji sai jälleen uuden mestarin. Jos käydään lyhyesti vielä odoteltaessa tuota kuvayhteyttä, vai saanko Helsingistä tiedon, onko kuvayhteys jo lehdistöhuoneeseen teillä? Meillä ei ole. Vuoden suurimpana pettymyksenä voidaan korjata tai kirjata Tyrrell-tallin suoritus. Myös McLaren kahdesta tai oikeastaan nyt 3 voitosta ja 1 paalupaikasta huolimatta ei noussut mestaruustaisteluun sillä tavalla kuin etukäteen oli ennakoitu. Hyvä kuitenkin, kausi oli hienoa aloittaa ja päättää voittoihin. Williams oli jälleen tällä kaudella hallitseva. Ferrarin tekninen kehitys nukahti ratkaisevalla hetkellä loppukesästä. Merkkimestaruus ja henkilökohtainenkin mestaruus meni nyt siinä. Jordan sai autot toimimaan hyvin nopealla radalla, mutta hitaalla, kuten muun muassa täällä, se oli alta vastaaja. Arrows yllätti ainoastaan 1 kerran Unkarissa, mutta muutoin kesyä. Sauber oli niin ikään tasapaksu, vaihtoi eniten kuskia kauden aikana ja sitten yhdistämme lehdistöhuoneeseen. Mika Häkkinen keskellä. Tämän kilpailun voittajan suurena sankarina. Ja kuunnellaan Mika.
I think the whole race was interesting from start to finish. For me anyway. I think I lost some time in behind the track in the start of the race, and I obviously wanted to go quicker, but it was again would be far too risky to try to make any maneuver to try to overtake him, because obviously he's fighting from the not anymore from the championship. So I decided to more or less stay behind him, and yeah, I would say coming to the last couple of laps, it was pretty incredible. It was one of the Jordans front of us, and Jack was there, and obviously David was front of me, and I would say it was, from my side, it was fantastic.
At what point during the race did you suddenly think, well, maybe I can win this race today?
I never would think that way. I never would win. Always in my mind.
So literally in the last lap, you suddenly had the opportunity.
Yeah, I think I had opportunity, and it end of the day, I don't know exactly what happened, but a strange place to overtake David, but it was for my benefit. It was fantastic.
Well, Mika, well done. Well, David, you won the first race of the season. It's a nice result for you to be here today.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be on the podium for the last race. That was my goal. And, you know, obviously from a team point of view, delighted that we've had a 1-2. I think we had a little bit of help from Jack in the end, and I let Mika through to give him a chance to push, because I couldn't make any headway into the Jordan. And he was obviously able to make use of that when Jack led him through at the chicane.
Did the whole race go to plan? I mean, was the pit stop strategy all fine?
Yeah, once again, the team were, I think, pretty fantastic in the pit stops. I don't believe that anyone would be as quick as us today. My in laps I was very happy with, my out laps, and that helped me gain some track position as well.
David, well done. Well, Jack, 1997 has been a season of up and down for you, and your third position today gives you the result you're wanting.
Yeah, the championship feels great now. It's been an up and down season. We've been the most competitive team since the beginning of the season, but there's been many races where we didn't get the job done. I made a few mistakes, the team made a few mistakes, and then somehow things didn't go right when they should have gone right. So to win it here after the disqualification of Suzuka feels great. I was a little bit worried 20 laps from the end, because when I overtook Michael, well, I wasn't really surprised when he finally decided to turn in on me. It was a little bit expected, so you know, I knew I was taking a big risk. But when he turned in on me, we banged wheels, and I jumped in the air, and I really thought I'd broken the car. Luckily, he went off, and my car felt very strange. The rear end, mostly on right-handers, didn't feel very stable. I could push for a few laps, but then I had to slow down because the tires were heating up in a strange way. And I could keep on doing that push, then slow down, push, then slow down, and then toward the end, Nakano was in my mirrors, and I didn't want to have to look in the mirrors all the time, so I let him by. and everybody got closer to me, and then Mika got very close to me, and he didn't want to be part of the fight at the beginning of the race when he was quicker, and he stayed out of the battle later on in the race. So when he was in my mirrors, there was a question of either pushing like a maniac and risking to go off with the way the car was handling, or seeing if he made a move to just let him through, and he made a move, and then David was very close, so I didn't fight it either.
How quickly did you find out that Michael Schumacher had actually stopped on the circuit? Were you told on the radio?
No, I knew it right away, because the way he hit me was really, really hard. I'm surprised that I could actually finish the race. I couldn't go more on the inside. I was actually on the grass. Either Michael had his eyes closed, or somehow his hands slid on the steering or something.
For most of the race, or for the first half of the race, Michael seemed to have the advantage. And then suddenly you became competitive halfway through. Can you think of any reason why that happened?
Yeah, Michael had 3 sets of new tires, and we had only 2. We started the race with old tires, and I don't know how he managed to make a start, because it was very slippery, and I had a lot of wheel spin, even though it wasn't a bad start, and Michael just took off like a rocket. So that was very surprising and frustrating. And then Heinz was on the inside, and so I didn't close the door on him. I just let him through. And after a few laps, I don't know, he must have had some problem. I don't know, he started slowing down, and then it was just a question of fighting against Michael. But he already had 5 seconds lead, and I was pushing all the way. It was a very tough race. I just couldn't get closer to him until we got to the newer tires.
Now, having won the IndyCar Championship, how does today's result compare to that?
Today feels great. In IndyCar, I had led the season most of the way, and it was just a question of keeping that lead. And here, most of the season we fought back until the race before Suzuka, where we finally got the lead back when it didn't look like we were going to get the lead back. Then we lost it again, and we came here 1 point behind. The pressure was high. We had to fight back. We were the underdog, basically, and that's always been the best position for us to fight from.
At any point during the race, did you think, I've lost it, I'm not gonna get in front of Michael?
The first set, it didn't look good, because I was pushing and I just couldn't catch Michael. 1 lap he would go slower, 1 lap I would go slower, and we'd just play like that the whole first stint, and I just couldn't seem to catch him. And it was becoming a physical race also, because it was qualifying laps the whole way through. And this is one of the most difficult races. But as soon as we put the new tires and I got close to him, I thought, okay, now I can make a move. But then somehow we hit him in Nardi, who opened the door very wide for Michael and decided to stay in front of me. They're using the same engine, so I guess it has something to do with it. Decided to block me for half a lap, and Michael got another 3-second lead, and it was very difficult to catch him until the second pit stop, where somehow his tires didn't seem to work.
Okay, well done, Jack. Now, what are your plans for this evening?
A big party, basically, with the whole team.
Well done. Mika, a good season for McLaren overall?
Definitely. I think we finished like we started it, more or less, and we should have, I hope we could have continued that type of route all the way through the year. Unfortunately, we weren't able to compete in very fast start of the season, but we were developing a car very fast, and also the Mercedes was developing engine very fast, and we were obviously catching everybody just race after race. And we just realized one day we were able to do the pole position. We were quickest very often, and we were able to start winning races. And like this, I think the development has gone in the right direction. We have good people in the team, good package, good drivers. What else you need? So I'm looking forward for next year.
Mika, well done. Now can we have some comment on the race in your own language?
Erittäin hyvä. Todella hyvä kisa. Vihdoinkin se nyt tapahtui sitten.